Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, the 12th of February 2015. Hope you're having a good week. It's been kind of a narrow, flat week, very light volume. Get to that in a moment. Here's a look at the ES front-month futures contract. Now, the S&P literally lost 0.06 points today. Now, percentage points. It's about as flat of an opening at closing as you can get, as close to unchanged as possible. NDX was up 16 points. It's the NASDAQ. So we really made no progress at all. Here's a look at the S&P cash index. You can see that totally flat. Here's a look at the NASDAQ 100, which actually looks like a cup that's kind of basing to break out, potentially over the highs, if we could actually get that far. Stocks gained only 2 and got a 13 sell signal the day before. Biotech index lost 9. That's not too much for the biotechs based on the way they've been trading recently. And here's a look at NASDAQ volume. Again, almost the same number as the day before, 1.6 and change billion. That's obviously, as we've said, this is 3 days in a row now where we've been really down from what we were seeing. I'd say the average for the year so far has been about 1.9 billion, just short of that. So to see these 1.5, 1.6 billion share days is a big drop-off. It's a significant difference when you realize about 800 million shares is just computerized trading every day, and the rest of it's the real trading. So when you drop from 1.9 to 1.5 or 1.6, it's a significant percentage of real trading out at the door, and that's what's causing the markets to be fairly flat. Let's look at the VIX, which dropped just 0.27, and here's a look at crude oil. Closed at 49.57, which was up just a bit. So let's look at the intraday action on the futures, just so you can see this was the flattest day so far. We had the flat first 30 minutes back on Tuesday and a flat couple hours on Monday, but Wednesday, look at this. Opened basically flat and was just sitting there for 2.5, 3 hours. Dipped over lunch out of the blue, but came back and then tried to break out once and failed. And with about 30 minutes left, ended up closing right where we opened. Like I said, that's basically a flat session. NASDAQ side, like I said, a little more positive. Closed up about 15 points, but just sideways action in those first 2.5 hours, which are usually the exciting part of the day. Just nothing really going on. Oops. So we've got, let's see, on Thursday we've got retail sales, initial and continuing jobless claims. That's the weekly number. Those are all an hour before the bell. We've got business inventories 30 minutes into the market. And we've got natty gas an hour into the market. The retail sales number isn't big enough. It can move the market a bit early. Friday, we head into the 3-day weekend. It's not options expiration week, as we keep saying. That's next week. So next week should be more interesting, obviously, except for Friday anyways. But we've got import-export prices and Michigan sentiment Friday early on. So, again, all we can do is look at the volume number early and try to gauge the movement and see what happens. Hopefully there's something here economic data-wise that can get us moving and get us going with something. But so far this has been a surprisingly and shockingly slow week out of the blue. Compared to what we have been seeing so far this year. But it is what it is. Look, the key to making money in the markets is not to overtrade dull markets. You never know what days are suddenly going to be dull. That's why we look at volume the way that we do. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. We'll be in the lab helping you make money. Have a great trading day.